The Kalambo Structure, Rewriting Human History. Close your eyes and imagine standing on the misty banks of Zambia's Kalambo River, the roar of a 772-foot waterfall pounding in your ears as you brush your fingers across two ancient logs, carved with such precision they interlock like a cosmic jigsaw puzzle, 476,000 years old. This isn't just wood, it's the oldest known structure on Earth, crafted before Homo Sapiens even drew breath. Unearthed in 2019, the Kalambo structure obliterates everything we thought we knew about early humans. No caves, no aimless wandering, just a wooden platform screaming ingenuity, planning, teamwork, and maybe even language. Were these Homo heidelbergensis, our distant kin, building homes in a world we call primitive, or was something stranger guiding their hands? I'm the Ancientologist, and I spend my time uncovering the parts of history they don't teach in school. Today, we're diving deep into the Kalambo structure's mind-bending mystery, a find that rewrites the human story and will leave your jaw on the floor. Smash that like button and subscribe for this epic journey. You won't want to miss a single second. Number 1. A discovery that shatters time. In 2019, on the lush misty banks of Zambia's Kalambo River, archaeologists led by Professor Larry Barham stumbled upon a discovery that turned history upside down. Two interlocking logs, carved from a large fruited bush willow tree, dated to 476,000 years ago. Picture yourself there, boots sinking into the damp sandy soil, the air thick with mist from Calambo Falls as you touch wood preserved for nearly 500,000 years by waterlogged sediment. These logs aren't random, they're deliberately notched, tapered at right angles, and fitted together like a prehistoric engineering marvel. Nearby, 4 wooden tools: a wedge, digging stick, cut log, and notched branch, dated to 324,000 to 390,000 years ago, bear scrape and chop marks from stone axes. This isn't a fluke, it's proof of intentional craftsmanship. Mainstream archaeology insists early humans were nomadic, lacking complex thought until 50,000 years ago. Yet, here's a structure predating Homo Sapiens by 176,000 years. Imagine a team of early humans, sweat glistening under a scorching African sun, shaping wood with stone tools, their hands steady with purpose. The site's waterlogged preservation, minerals seeping into wood, oxygen starved by sediment, saved it from decay, unlike countless other organic relics lost to time. Picture the moment of discovery, Barham's team descending a 30-foot cliff, their eyes widening as they uncover logs that shouldn't exist. This find challenges the timeline that humans only settled after agriculture, 12,000 years ago. Could Kalambo's builders have lived in stable communities, planning and engineering far earlier than we dared imagine? The log's precision, cut marks exact, angles perfect, suggests a level of skill we associate with modern minds. Picture standing by the river, the fall's roar drowning out your thoughts as you trace a notch carved by hands long gone. How does a discovery this ancient, this sophisticated, force us to rethink the dawn of human ingenuity? What secrets of our ancestors lie buried in Kalambo's mud, waiting to rewrite our origins? Number 2. The Kalambo River, cradle of ancient innovation. The Kalambo River, plunging 772 feet over Calambo Falls in northern Zambia, was a lifeline 476,000 years ago. Its banks, a lush oasis of dense forests, teeming with fish, game, and fresh water. Picture a humid floodplain, reeds swaying in the breeze as early humans wade through shallows, nets in hand, their laughter mingling with the river's gurgle. The Kalambo structure's survival owes everything to its environment. Waterlogged sediment, rich in minerals, sealed the wood from oxygen, preserving it like a time capsule. Imagine the logs sinking into a bog, their fibers hardening over millennia, defying decay. The structure, possibly a platform for fishing or crossing muddy ground, hints at a settled life tied to the river's bounty. Excavations since the 1950s uncovered stone tools and possible wooden artifacts, but 2019's dig revealed the log's precision, spotted protruding from a cliff face. picture Barham's team, their boots caked in mud, unearthing wood that challenges history. The river's high water table and forest cover suggest a need for raised structures, walkways, shelters, or storage platforms to navigate the soggy terrain. Imagine early humans balancing on a wooden platform, casting nets into the river's depths, their lives rooted to this abundant hub. Recent 2025 surveys found more wooden fragments, hinting at a larger complex. Why did this river foster such advanced woodworking? Could its resources have anchored a community, defying the nomadic stereotype? Picture the fall's mist rising, a backdrop to a bustling village now lost. How did Calambo's environment shape a culture capable of engineering marvels? What other secrets lie in its waterlogged depths? Number 3. Homo heidelbergensis, the unsung engineers. The Kalambo structure is attributed to Homo heidelbergensis, our ancestors shared with Neanderthals, who roamed Africa and Eurasia 700,000 to 200,000 years ago. A 300,000-year-old heidelbergensis skull from elsewhere in Zambia ties them to the site. Picture these robust, thick-browed humans, their brains nearly modern in size, hunched over logs by the river, stone axes flashing in the sunlight. The structure's complexity, interlocking notches, tapered ends, implies planning, teamwork, and perhaps even language. Imagine a group debating where to place each log, their voices rising over the fall's roar, gestures shaping their vision. Heidelbergensis mastered fire, crafted spears, and buried their dead, but Calambo elevates their legacy to new heights. Their toolkit, found nearby, includes axes, scrapers, and wedges, showing deft skill. Picture a craftsman testing a blade's edge, his hands calloused from years of work. Recent 2025 studies confirm Heidelbergensis had the FOXP2 gene linked to speech, suggesting they could communicate complex ideas. Imagine a leader directing builders, words weaving a shared goal. Were they as primitive as textbooks claim, or cultural pioneers building stable communities? Picture a child watching, learning to carve, their future tied to this craft. Could Calambo prove Heidelbergensis was far closer to us than we thought? How did their minds, so like ours, shape a world we're only now rediscovering? Number 4. Engineering before modern humans. The Kalambo structure isn't just wood, it's a masterclass in early engineering. The logs, one notch to loop over another, are cut with precision, their right-angle fit suggesting mathematical foresight. Picture a builder chiseling a notch, sweat dripping, ensuring a perfect bond under a blazing sun. This predates the 11,000-year-old star car structure in the UK by 465,000 years, shattering the idea that structural engineering began with the Homo Sapiens. Larry Barham calls it a disruptive discovery, and he's right. Mainstream anthropology placed such skills 400,000 years too late. Imagine a team shaping willow trunks, their stone tools scraping in rhythm, envisioning a stable platform. Nearby finds, a wedge, digging stick, cut log, point to a sophisticated toolkit for large-scale projects. Picture a construction site, logs piled, tools scattered, as workers shout instructions across the riverbank. The log's stability suggests they supported weight, perhaps a walkway, shelter, or storage platform. Recent 2025 simulations show they could bear heavy loads, hinting at a larger structure. Could this be evidence of a wood age before the stone age, where wood, not stone, defined human progress? Picture the pride of a builder, stepping back to admire a finished platform, its notches gleaming. What drove them to engineer with such ambition? Number 5. A platform for survival and society. What was the Kalambo structure's purpose? Barham suggests a raised platform, possibly for fishing, crossing muddy ground, or storing goods like firewood or tools. Picture early humans standing on a wooden walkway, casting nets into the Calambo River's swirling waters, fish glinting in the sunlight. Alternatively, it could be a shelter's foundation, raised on poles to escape floods. Imagine families sleeping safely above the water, their fires casting shadows on wooden beams. The log's interlocking design, secure, stable, implies a structure built to last, part of a larger complex. The river's bounty, fish, game, water, made Calambo a prime spot for settlement. Picture women weaving reed baskets, men sharpening tools, children playing on the platform's edge. Was it purely practical, or did it hold ceremonial significance, a stage for rituals under the stars? Recent 2025 studies suggest the platform could support communal activities like tool-making or feasts. Imagine a festival, drums echoing as the community gathers on the structure. How did this platform shape their daily lives? Could it signal a settled society, defying the nomadic myth? Picture the river's rhythm, tying a community to this ancient hub. Number 6. Dating the unthinkable. Dating the Kalambo structure was no easy feat. Carbon-14 fails beyond 45,000 years. Instead, researchers turned to optically stimulated luminescence, measuring when quartz and feldspar grains near the logs last saw sunlight. Picture scientists in a 2025 lab, their machines humming as glowing minerals reveal a date, 476,000 years ago. This places the structure far older than Homo Sapiens' 300,000-year-old fossils, a shock that rewrites history. Imagine Barham's team, hearts racing as they confirm the log's age, realizing they've found the world's oldest structure. The site's waterlogged sediment, rich in minerals, preserved the wood by replacing its fibers, starving oxygen from decay. Picture the logs sinking into a bog, sealed for millennia, a fluke of preservation. Why did this survive when countless other wooden creations rotted? Recent 2025 surveys suggest more waterlogged sites could hold similar relics. Could Calambo's dating method unlock other ancient secrets? Picture standing by the river, the fall's mist on your face, knowing you're touching time itself. How does this shift our view of early human ingenuity? Number 7. The Lost Wood Age. Calambo hints at a wood age, predating the Stone Age, where wood was the cornerstone of human progress. Picture a world where early humans crafted spears, platforms, shelters, and tools, their wooden creations vanishing as time eroded them. A 780,000-year-old polished plank from Israel and 400,000-year-old spears from Germany, both linked to heidelbergensis, support this vision. Imagine artisans smoothing wood by firelight, their skills honed over generations, now lost to decay. Paleoanthropologist Bruce Hardy estimates 90% of ancient material culture, wood, fibers, hides, has vanished. Picture a Calambo village, wooden homes dotting the riverbank, now dust except for these logs, saved by a bog's embrace. Calambo's survival is a rare window into this era. Recent 2025 studies of waterlogged sites in Africa and Eurasia suggest more wooden relics await. Why do we fixate on stone when wood shaped early life? Could a focus on bogs and wetlands reveal a forgotten woodworking tradition? Picture the riverbank alive with carvers, their legacy erased until now. Number 8. Cognitive leap or hidden genius. The Calambo structure screams cognitive sophistication, planning, abstract thinking, and teamwork on a scale we didn't think possible 476,000 years ago. Picture a leader sketching plans in the dirt, directing workers to carve precise notches, their voices blending with the fall's roar. Barham argues this implies language, as coordinating such a build without communication is unthinkable. Imagine heated discussions, gestures shaping ideas, words forging a shared vision. Heidelbergensis's brain, with space for language centers and the FOXP2 gene, supports this. The mainstream view that complex thought emerged 50,000 years ago with Homo Sapiens collapses under Calambo's weight. Picture a child watching builders, learning skills that echo through millennia. Recent 2025 studies of heidelbergensis skulls reveal neural structures rivaling ours. Was Calambo a one-off stroke of genius or evidence of widespread intelligence? How far back does human cognition go? Picture standing amid the logs, feeling the weight of minds that planned this marvel. What's your wildest theory? Language, culture, or something stranger driving these builders? Number 9. Challenging the nomad myth. Mainstream archaeology paints early humans as nomads, wandering until agriculture 12,000 years ago. Kalambo's structure, tied to the resource-rich Calambo River, tells a different story. Picture a settled community, fishing year-round, their platform a hub for daily life, tool-making, feasting, resting. The site's repeated use, with fire pits and tools, suggests long-term occupation. Imagine families staying put, their lives woven into the river's rhythm, children playing by the water's edge. Gesher Benot Yaakov in Israel, dated to 790,000 years, shows similar patterns. Fire, task areas, year-round diets. Why assume all early humans roamed? Picture Calambo's builders, rooted by abundance, crafting a stable life. Recent 2025 excavations found more wooden fragments, hinting at a larger settlement, perhaps with multiple platforms. Could settled life predate farming by 500,000 years? How does Calambo rewrite our view of human mobility? Picture the riverbank alive with activity, a community defying the nomadic stereotype. Number 10. Global echoes of ancient woodworking. Calambo isn't an outlier. It's part of a global pattern. A 780,000-year-old plank from Israel, 400,000-year-old spears from Germany, and Neanderthal tools from Italy show woodworking's deep roots across continents. Picture artisans shaping wood with stone blades, their techniques eerily similar despite vast distances. Could early humans have shared knowledge along ancient trade routes? Imagine traders carrying woodworking skills along rivers, their ideas spreading like ripples. Waterlogged sites like Calambo preserve these clues, but most wooden relics have rotted away. Recent 2025 studies suggest more such sites exist in Africa, Europe, and Asia. Picture a global network of woodworkers, their creations lost to time's decay. How did these skills cross continents? Could Calambo connect to a forgotten tradition spanning the ancient world? Imagine standing by the river, logs in hand, wondering what other marvels lie buried in distant bogs. Number 11. The preservation problem. Wood rots, hides decay, fibers vanish, 90% of early human culture is gone. Picture a vibrant Calambo village 476,000 years ago, wooden homes and platforms bustling, now reduced to dust except for these logs, preserved by a bog's mineral-rich embrace. Imagine our civilization in 100,000 years. Skyscrapers crumbled, only stone tools left. Calambo's survival, sealed in waterlogged sediment, is a miraculous fluke. Picture archaeologists digging, unaware most evidence has rotted away. Bruce Hardy's 2025 research urges exploration of waterlogged sites where wood might linger. Why do we assume missing evidence means no sophistication? Picture countless lost structures, their builder's genius erased by time. Recent surveys of African wetlands suggest more relics await. How does Calambo's preservation challenge our view of the past? Could bogs and marshes hold the key to unlocking human history? The Calambo structure isn't just a pair of logs, it's a time machine, shattering the myth of primitive ancestors with evidence of engineering, planning, and maybe even language 476,000 years ago. Its notched wood, preserved by a fluke of nature, screams of a lost wood age and a human story far older than we ever dreamed. Which piece hooks you most? The interlocking logs, the collapse of the nomad myth, the whisper of ancient language, or Zambia's rediscovery of its heritage? Share your wildest ideas in the comments, and let's keep this marvel alive. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Catch you next time.